Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the next thing we are talking about is what?
Market structure.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, please pay attention to what I want to say. Do not trade SNR blindly. Whenever you are trading SNR, always make sure you have an understanding of market structure, because it will help you not to take the wrong trades and not to enter, just jump into the market because you see price has arrived at an SNR level and it has given you, all those things. No, it must still align with market structure. For instance, let's give an example with the present market price that we have for the past 2 weeks. So if we look at the 4-hour time frame, right, you must understand major structures and minor structure. When the market reach here, some people say, market was going to keep selling because there was a H4 breaker there. But I knew that no, it will not sell from there yet. Why? Because this is the major low on 4-hour here. Let me expand my screen so that we can see it very well. Now, this is the low on 4-hour that caused this push to this place. So you have high, low, higher high, and you have higher low. So the whole of this place is a higher low. So when people were saying gold will start selling from here, I told them no. Until this low, this major low is broken, that is when we can look for sell in this case. But when price came down here, I knew that it was not going to break. So we kept buying from here because structure on 4-hour was still intact. So price came here and it bought. Started buying. We had a bullish momentum in the market. We kept going up, and then we made a higher high here, where I wouldn't like to call this a higher high per se. This should be the higher high here. It's just a minor high. This is a major high. So price broke here because it broke the wick. The whole zone was broken, and we have a higher high. Price did as if it wanted to sell from here, confusing people as well. But until this low here is taken out, because this is higher high, higher low, higher high, the whole of this place is another higher low that market just formed based on major structure. So this place is still a higher low, meaning gold is still bullish even on 4-hour. Don't be confused by this breakout here. This is just a breakout. Breakout is not necessarily break of structure. Please note that breakout is not necessarily break of structure. Breakout simply means a resistance or a support. In this case, a support. Price broke it. And that's why you saw that when price came here, it sold that day. It's still valid, but it's short term. For long-term moves, market must align with structure. So this is a higher low, and now market is about moving to form what? A higher high. Until this low is broken, gold is still bullish. So you must have an understanding of structure, looking at it from a bigger distance. This is high, low, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then market is about to form another higher high again, which is why we know that gold is still bullish. And if market opens tomorrow, we are going to look for buys from around this place. Do you understand? And we're going to be bullish until I believe we get to this place and see some if you see some confirmation for sale from here, fine. So please always let your SNR trading align with structure. Even if trade gets here and I don't see, well, sometimes I might just enter based on experience, but it's always best to wait for 4-hour breakout from the daily. You have daily, reject daily, 4-hour breakout, then the next day, or you have a daily resistance, then the next day you come and look for your entry, and then you see a massive drop. So we're just having like a momentum, drop in momentum. You see how it's going, high, high. And after this third push, we might have a massive drop in the coming week. So market structure is very important. For instance, inside this place now, you can't come here like this. When you see this kind of move happening, you see that there was a break of structure here, and you saw price coming down. It's not wisdom to be looking for buy in this kind of market. Look at this. This is a falling knife. So somebody don't come and stay here and say, oh, because this is a fresh daily level. Yes, it's a fresh daily level. It's a fresh daily level because it's a sell to buy. But you don't just jump inside and trade. You wait for the day to close. And you saw that there was no rejection here. The daily candle broke it. So you are not concerned with taking any counter trades from there. Likewise here, price came down here. What happened? It broke it through. But there was no rejection. So there's no point taking trade from here. So you know that market structure is bearish here. All you are concerned about is looking for sells, sell continuation, sell continuation, sell continuation, until you get to a major support on a higher time frame where you can now see, a major change in market direction before you can look for buys. So that is that about market structure. So you must follow the order flow. Follow the order flow. Don't go against the order flow. Right now, the order flow we have is a bullish order flow. So if you are wise, all you need to do at this point is, I'll just be looking. I don't want to sell gold right now. I want to be buying gold alone. So you look for gold buys and buys and buys and buys, right? So market structure is very important. It must align. It must your SNR trading must align with the market structure. It's time for question and answer now. I've been talking alone for so long. The floor is open, please. If you have any area you want us to throw more light on, please.
Yeah. So my question is this. So if I understand what you're saying, is assuming I open my chart and I want to make analysis of the market, maybe okay, I am making analysis from the higher time frame. You're saying that okay, I should consider structure. Do I need to consider structure from the higher time frame of monthly, weekly, or daily, or I should just go to daily to see what is the market structure of the daily, and then consider the S and R levels of maybe can I find a daily rejection and then continue with my analysis from there, or where do I really begin? Should I just begin straight from daily and ignore the monthly, or what?
All right, thank you.
Structure.
Most times, thanks for the question. Most times on higher time frame, right?
Yeah.
Most times on higher time frame, you see that storyline on higher time frame we always align with structure, even on higher time frame.
Okay.
Right. So if you are seeing a monthly bullish storyline, most times price will be structurally bullish in such cases. And if you are seeing weekly bullish storyline, structure will be bullish on weekly. So most times structure align. But the emphasis I'm making is when you want to narrow down to lower time frame now, when you want to narrow down to daily and 4-hour, you must understand that your trade must also align with the structure on those time frame. That is what I was making emphasis on. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Clear.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm still
Hi,
waiting.
Mr. Liberton.
Okay, I'm listening. Yes.
So I wanted to add, I don't know whether you mentioned it maybe while I dropped off the call, but I think it's also in line with the question. I don't know who asked the question just now. Yeah, but the question he asked also, I think sometimes, right, maybe you want to explain because maybe sometimes the monthly might be bullish. I don't know if you've spoken about that. The weekly might be bullish, and then the
The
daily
daily
is
will be
bearish.
bearish. Yes, I've talked about
Yeah.
it when you were not here.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I think it's also part of that question.
Okay.
Because it will make sense to still take the bearish move, even though monthly is bullish, because monthly and weekly is still far, but the
Yes,
daily is the immediate thing to trade, especially for day traders.
exactly.
All right, so
Thanks for that. Yes, I made mention of that while you were away, and it's very important. Like he said, it's very correct. Like, monthly and weekly time frame, it takes long before they will form. So you can't keep waiting, for a monthly storyline to form or weekly before you take your trades. So sometimes monthly might be bullish, weekly might be bullish, and daily can be bearish. In such a case, you can take a sell from the daily time frame if you see confirmation. That was why I was giving an example of this place here. For instance, if price gets here now this week, this is a daily fresh level. Even though weekly is bullish and monthly is bullish, if we come here to this daily resistance level and we have a daily reject daily H4 breakout, we can sell from here, right? You don't necessarily need to wait for weekly time frame to turn bearish or monthly before we sell. No, you can start selling from the daily as a counter trend to higher time frame. It is still valid. Are we together?
Yeah.
For instance, let me give an example. I think yes. Okay. At this point in time, market was very bearish. This on daily, market was bearish, but we had some retracement from here. Even here, market was bearish, I believe, on monthly and weekly. But when price got to this daily level, we saw a rejection here. You don't need to be scared of selling from of buying from here. Somebody will say, daily we are having higher high, higher low on daily, higher high, higher low, higher. I mean lower high, sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Structure is clearly bearish on daily, coming down into this SNR level. But based on storyline, even though weekly storyline and monthly might be bearish, but when you go to this daily level now, we had ourselves a confirmation of a daily storyline. We had a daily reject daily, giving us a H4 breakout. And then the next day, we saw that price kept buying and it bought. So this is like a major retracement to fill some level before it started selling again. So you can buy from this kind of places, regardless of even if monthly and weekly storyline are bearish.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's clear.
Very clear. Okay, nice.
See?
Have we started doing our assignments?
yes, sir.
Because I don't want to rush us. Like I said, I can teach everything in one day if I want. It's not a big deal, but it's not right, it's not appropriate because it won't help us to grow properly. So we are going to be taking the course modules bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. I mean, this is like a very important module that I'll just finish. The rest ones we can combine maybe 2 or 3 in one day. But I don't want to rush and teach another thing after teaching storyline. So we will call it a day. We'll call it a day. And I would like us to go back and backtest everything we have learned. Go to your charts, check things out, practice what you have learned, watch the videos again. Like I said, the teacher can do his best, but it's every student that will determine where they will be placed in the class at the end of the day. So you have your own commitment to put in the work. We're always here to support you. If you have any questions, you can ask, you can send DM. We are here to support you. You can message me or the admin anytime, and your questions will be attended to. So the assignments for today, I'm adding it to the one of yesterday. You have a long time within the week. You have to do them and submit them before the next weekend. And today's assignments, you are going to give me three examples of storyline each under monthly, weekly, and daily. So you go to monthly, you look for monthly, reject monthly, weekly breakout. This is where the entry happen and all that. You go to weekly reject weekly, daily breakout. This is where the entry happen, like that. So please, 3 examples each of storyline under daily, weekly, and monthly. Did we get that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 3 examples of storyline on monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes each. So to be submitted and forwarded to me before next weekend. So please, I'm just teaching us here. So now I won't be posting my markups yet in the group until I have taught us everything and we have assimilated it. That's when we will now start sharing our markups and trades together. For now, we are still in the drilling process. So get back to work, do your assignments. This video will be uploaded immediately the class is done. If you want to rewatch it, you can, do that and perfect everything that we have been taught here.